you doing? You're doing sessions, right? Fine. Let me take you to a scenario who we are. We'll be representing employees, managers, manager operations, manager sales. To start with, I just would like to take an example that I'll just turn it over. What you can see? How will you manage rest of 80%? Anything strikes to your mind?
Are you talking about employees?
Kind of.
It doesn't mean that 20% of the leaders are leading
20% high bias.
Perfect. Someone is getting right over here. 80-20, right? So you heard of it? At Pareto's principle. It says that 80% of people do 20% of work, or say 80% of land has been owned by 20% people, right? So now just to take it ahead with my field where I come from, being sales manager, I will also enter a comfort zone over there. I'll just come to it a bit later. I'll just take the example of Pareto's principle. What is said? 80% of customers achieve 20% of sales, and 20% of customers give 80% of revenue. You can say, sorry. Sorry for my handwriting. Being this, coming from a sales background, we normally, currently I am into a growth account where I am handling corporates as well as SME clients. To achieve my target, being a bit selfish, I tap corporate clients. I meet them regularly. The reason why is that I can achieve bigger orders, I can achieve my targets, rather than going to small clients and getting bits and pieces. Being a bit selfish and coming from a sales background, yes, that's there in your mind, because end of the day what measures is the revenue which you bring to a particular organization. So it's very rightly said that 80% of business comes from 20%. Now what about the rest 80% which you miss out? I just would like to share one example which currently happened in this organization I am currently working with. I will just throw some light on that. I would like you to give me some suggestions, and then I will just drive you what happened. I just would like to share that example with you. I was attending, say, around 50 corporate clients. I used to meet them regularly. I used to achieve my sales. I never used to meet my SME clients who are a bit growing, and they are like, say, trying to grow, like small entrepreneurs, SME segments, right? So what happened over here is that I was not able to achieve my, right? I'm here. I'm achieving 80%. What should I have done to achieve my 100%? Can any, from each table, can I get some idea or some suggestions what could I have done?
Tapping the untapped one.
Okay. Anyone from here?
Spend 20% of the time on those 80% also.
Okay.
I would say work still more wherever you can on 20% because the potential of getting
Very Surajji. Perfectly. Yes, sir.
You can probably think of staggering your portfolio. You can have a mix of everything so that you can still reach out wherever, whatever areas are being left out.
Right.
prioritize the thing.
Right. I think so. I get those ideas, and with being sales, we do that. But what really happened that I used to tap them also. I used to visit them also, but I was not able to connect it. Right. So what happened is that I had shared this point with my manager. So he says that तू जाता है सिर्फ business के लिए जाता है. Because there is a selfishness you have. Go to a client, meet him, not for business, don't talk about business, talk about his business, talk about his life, talk about what he is doing in his day-to-day life, what is his plans, and then see what comes up with. चाय पीने चले जाओ, dinner पे चले जाओ, and where at least said, go for dinner with a client. Many deals are broken over there.
One to go.
So yes, definitely, what I want to say over here is that I was in this comfort zone, and I was not able to tap it. After coming out of this comfort zone, I am trying to reach out to all my SME clients, to all my corporate clients, and yes, to achieve my 100%, I have to come out of my comfort zone. So that's what I want to conclude over here is, you have to come out of your comfort zone to achieve your 100%, to come to a level where at least you can be out of that 80% slot which you normally achieve. That's it.
Hi. First, you go more focus on this side of the, you're doing this, then you handle it. At times you're looking down, the eye contact was missing at times. Somewhere, during the presentation, I think you felt you lost the plot in between. So you got a bit nervous because you were flicking with your pen again and again. What will you next? Because of the response that you were not getting what you were expecting, somewhere. So this is what I felt. But overall, in the end, again, you still managed to come out and give examples of how you intend to do. So that was a good. Thank you.
Very good. I think, Sandeep, one of the things which we really like is that you bring a lot of, if I may say, boyish charm to the presentation, which is very genuine, very infectious. It doesn't come across as too heavy, too content heavy. It comes across as something which is very acceptable, we all can listen to. And I think that is a very strong trait to have as a trainer. One of the things which also works well for you is you have a very easy flow in the terms of your words, your vocal skills, your body language is absolutely at ease. There's not a tentativeness or anything about it. Keep on working on how can you really make yourself much more assertive, conviction. Always remember, audience may vary in terms of profile. So that executive image, that polish, it can come with experience, but at the same time, as I said, how we look, what we do to a very large extent is in our hands. Let's work on it, get more defects into it, get more richness into it. Facilitation can be much more higher, and a sense of, if I may say, command in what you do will make you, obviously, you're better, much better than what it is. Okay, Sandeep, thank you.